Welcome to another episode of Securitas Watchdog. Today, we look at some emails and text messages concerning religion and health. You may need to pause to read as we let our viewers decide for themselves. This was emailed and accepted by Memorial Hospital for COVID-19 exemptions for the affected officer, which is very different for Nestle, where you must go through Securitas channels like OneID to request a religious exemption. How much does a site get to dictate your religious and health freedoms? Why is the procedure so different? And now on to a conversation between Carl Payne and the officer. Who's Carl? Well, he claims to be a HR specialist, but his name's not Morgan. So why is this person contacting the officer? Is this the security shuffle in real life? Angel says talk to Morgan, then Carl shows up. The shuffle has begun, and you'll see exactly how it works. Text by text.
Thought you had the number. Forgot about tenacity. Now we're getting justice for all. Don't reclaim the word integrity and leave the viewer with a challenge. Rise up, Securitas, hear us.
Hello all. So who is all and why do they need the officer's religious and health exemptions? They've been cataloged and filed away.
Now we know. The I is for the irony that you stand for. The I isn't for. Into the right. We're gonna show you.
You'll also notice not once do they mention what the other offers even were. Let's talk about the 4 offers ultimatum. Carl Payne tells the officer they have a strict limit of 4 offers before I face termination. But look closely at the logs, look at the text messages, look at the emails. Where are they? They never gave a site name, they never gave a schedule, they never gave a pay rate. How can HR claim anyone denied an accommodation when they never actually presented a tangible offer to accept or deny after Denison? You can't turn down a ghost.
How the mighty fall. Thought you had the number.
It becomes more clear with every text that they do not even care about your religion or health, but are more and more worried about the bottom line, the almighty dollar. Now, remember, text messaging is not a normal method to collect this type of information. Could you imagine your information being shared and seen by all, whomever that might be? This is supposed to be a professional security company. But if you look through the history, you'll see remnants of union busters. And as we've seen with John, they still have enforcers. When that doesn't work, well, you see with your own eyes, they cheat, steal, and lie their way out. If they can't, they assume your worth is $40,000 and are prepared to pay you off. Good thing our officer knows his worth. They didn't count on that. I think it's also interesting that the officer is told that he'd be dealing with Morgan, then Carl claims to talk with Morgan, Doug, and Angel. So, what's the truth? The Securitas shovel at work by HR and managers.
How the mighty fall. Thought you had the number. getting justice for all. Don't reclaim the word integrity and leave the viewer with a challenge. Rise up, Securitas.
Once the officer rightfully explains what they are doing is wrong, no other communications. Asking for policy about back pay and meeting a wall of silence. What type of HR is run like this? That policy should have been on the tip of any manager's tongue, and if he was new, then a book would or should have been handy. So what does an officer do now? In future episodes, we'll find out. Please remember, you are not a bag of bones. You are a person. You don't have to be at the bottom of the hill. Please email RoseNHook Publishing at gmail.com with your story. Thank you, and please help us fight the good fight by liking and subscribing. Share our story, please, so we can protect the future. Our children should not have to go through this. No one should.